What's good? Welcome back to the channel, guys. In today's video, we're going to talk about what are the best clan castle troops to use in the current meta. And there's a couple options that I like the most. We have 3 total options. I currently am using super minions with a couple headhunters and archers in the clan castle for Legends League. And I like this because super minions can do a lot of damage very quickly. And sometimes that works better in your favor than like Ice Golems, who can just take up time. I do like Ice Golems a lot too. That's really used in war because it'll slow down the armies a lot, and it could cause a lot of time fails, and it could just cause the armies to be frozen for that period of time when defenses are really still doing a lot of damage on top of the troops. And then the other option is an E-Mommy with just some fill. E-Mommies are really good, especially against Sarch. And if your clan castle gets landed on, that E-Mommy can come out and destroy all the super archers, and it's just good in general. It's got the damage that circles, the electro damage around the Titan, so it can do a lot of damage to multiple different troops through that period of time. But those are probably the 3 best in the current meta. If you're using like electro dragons and lava hounds and other things like that in war, it's just completely useless. Those CCs are so easy to get through. You should not be using those CCs in Legends League. They're just too easy to get through nowadays. You really want to do either really a lot of damage, or you want to take up as much time as possible. So those are the best 3 options. We're just going to show some replays using these the CC, and hopefully this will help you guys in war and in Legends League. Let's get right into the action. Alright, so on this defense, this is a perfect example of why I like the super minions. The clan castle, there was no poison in this army, and so the clan castle wasn't dealt with at all during this part of the attack. And you'll see where the super minions lived for quite a long time, and they dealt a lot of damage to this attacker's troops. And one of the reasons why he didn't end up picking up the triple, it's very hard to get stop people for 1-stars nowadays. So as long as you can stop attackers from getting triples on you in Legends League, that is really what matters. So you see the super minions come out, and they're gonna do not a whole lot of damage right away because of the Eternal Tome. But now that the Eternal Tome is gone, you're gonna see they're just gonna sit here and they're gonna be just firing. One got frozen, but the other 2 weren't. And all the Root Riders are just gone almost instantly. And the Town Hall Poison was there too. But they're also going to help get rid of the RC altogether. And then they're going to move down even to the enemy Archer Queen. And they're going to pop the Archer Queen's ability too. So these super minions just lived forever. The Root Rider spam can't target air troops, obviously. So, yeah, Lava Hound, it may slow down the army, but the super minions are going to just absolutely destroy some of this army, and they're going to do a lot of damage to these Root Riders as they're coming through the base, especially with the Town Hall Poison. And you can see the army just evaporated, and the Royal Champion and the Warden were the only 2 troops in there that could do anything to the super minions, but by then it was already too late. And then even the Royal Champion got taken down, and then we even popped the enemy Archer Queen ability as well, all with the same super minions. So yeah, it was just that's why I like this. It's not always going to work perfectly. If he would have had a poison, it'd have been a totally different story. But when they don't bring poisons because they just think that Root Riders are too OP, that's where these super minions can really help you out. All right, on this second attack, we're going to show this is also super minions. I do not have any E-Mommy or Ice Golem replays because I'm currently just using super minions on both my Legends Leagues. But if I have some of those replays in the future, we will share those as well. But either way, those are still 2 very valuable CCs to use in Legends League or War. Ice Golems is probably one of the better ones to use in War, especially if you have to fight for time. Like if you're going perfect versus perfect, you definitely want to use Ice Golems just to slow down armies. But that's where you see a lot of air spam. A lot of people have started using air spam again because of that. So, because if you go through with the, which he had the Diggy on the Grand Warden, you should probably have Phoenix or the Electro Owl on the Grand Warden, because even if I had Ice Golems in here, Diggy would have pulled all of that out of the CC. So that's also another tip. If you're using air, make sure you do not have a ground pet on top of the Grand Warden. But you can see, I mean, the super minions helped do a lot of damage on that main army that was here with the Warden, and the main army's just gone. Now, base building on this one obviously stopped the Sarch, which really helped. And by then, when he deployed the heroes, this whole main army was gone, the Sarch was gone. So there's not a whole lot left to be able to push. He didn't have the Spirit Fox on top of the World Champion, probably upgrading it. So wasn't able to do a Spirit Walk. Does have the Earthquake Boots on the King. Probably should have used that earlier to get the Queen to go in with him. And then the Queen actually had the Giant Arrow too. So I feel like he probably still could have saved the 2-star if he would have used the Earthquake Boots a little earlier and had the Queen going with the King. But I don't know. We'll take the 1-star defense. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the content as always. I appreciate you stopping in on an everyday basis and supporting the channel. I'm going to have the description of each CC that I like the most, the top 3 currently I think in the current meta, in the description below if you guys are curious to copy those. And hopefully it brings you guys some success. I wouldn't be using no E-Dragons or Lava Hounds or anything like that, because that's not going to help you stop these attacks from tripling your bases. We'll catch you next time.